welcome to the Deep Dive.
Oh,
Today, we're diving into a world that you've given us
okay.
excerpts from a novel,
Right.
and it's packed with mystery and suspense.
Lots of it.
Our goal today is to give you just enough of a taste to leave you wanting more, but without spoiling the good stuff.
Exactly.
Think of it like a sneak peek into a world that's about to explode.
Precisely. We'll be highlighting what makes this story so captivating. The characters.
Yeah.
The intricate web of their relationships, and the unsettling events that are about to unfold.
All right, so we're starting off with a seemingly ordinary Saturday morning.
Okay.
We have Simone, a dedicated police lieutenant who's trying to enjoy a rare day off with her family.
Right.
Then there's Pauline, a loving grandmother running a local diner with her husband.
And we can't forget Miles, a successful businessman with a past connection to Simone.
Oh, interesting.
The author cleverly sets up these seemingly separate lives, each with their own routines and worries, but you get the feeling that their paths are about to intersect in a way none of them could have predicted.
Yes. It's like watching a car crash in slow motion. You know, something's about to happen and the anticipation is almost unbearable.
Exactly. The author masterfully builds suspense by dropping subtle hints and creating an atmosphere of unease. For example, Simone's peaceful breakfast is interrupted by an urgent call from the police chief.
Oh, no.
And Pauline's husband receives a call that visibly unsettles him.
And Miles is pulled out of a boring business meeting by his security team. But instead of being annoyed, there's a glimmer of something else in his reaction, almost like he's been waiting for something exciting to happen.
You're picking up on some really important details there.
Oh, good.
The way Miles reacts to the disruption is definitely out of the ordinary. It hints at his personality, his possible connection to the events that are about to unfold, and perhaps even a hidden desire for chaos.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it seems like the story shifts to the police station next, introducing us to Jordan and Ellie,
Okay.
a dynamic police duo who are also partners outside of work.
Partners in life, too.
They're wrapping up their day, looking forward to a well-deserved vacation with their daughter, Meri. Everything seems normal until it isn't.
What's so brilliant about this section is how the author contrasts the characters' anticipation of a relaxing weekend with the escalating sense of danger. It's like a ticking time bomb.
Uh-oh.
We see officers going about their daily routines, unaware of the imminent threat lurking just around the corner.
And then, bam, a bomb explodes, shaking the entire police station.
Yeah.
It's a sudden and shocking turn of events that immediately plunges us into a world of chaos and uncertainty.
This is where the story really takes off. The attack is meticulously planned, targeting specific areas of the station and cutting off communication. The excerpts hint at the attacker's ruthless efficiency and suggest a terrifying possibility.
What is it?
Someone on the inside might be aiding them.
The possibility of internal corruption within the police force adds a whole new dimension to the story. It makes you question who you can trust and who might be involved in this terrifying plot. It's chilling to think about how vulnerable everyone is inside that police station.
Right.
The attackers seem to have anticipated every move, cutting off communication and creating a sense of complete isolation.
The excerpts really capture the raw terror and confusion of those trapped inside.
Yeah.
It's like a nightmare scenario unfolding in real time.
You can imagine.
Officers scrambling for cover, civilians caught in the crossfire, and the constant fear of not knowing what's coming next.
And amidst all the chaos, we see glimpses of incredible bravery and resilience.
Right.
Characters like Ellie and Jordan, even while facing unimaginable fear, find ways to protect themselves and others.
What strikes me is how the author portrays the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity.
Yeah.
Ellie, for instance, uses her knowledge of the building and her training to gain an advantage over the attackers.
Oh, wow.
There's a moment where she helps a group of civilians escape through a ventilation shaft, and you can't help but admire her quick thinking and courage.
It's almost as if, in those moments of crisis, their instincts and training kick in, pushing them to act even when everything seems hopeless.
Absolutely. And it's not just about physical strength. The excerpts also highlight the emotional strength of these characters.
Okay.
We see Jordan trapped in a completely separate situation, discovering a horrifying connection between her captor and the attack on the police station.
Wait, can you tell me more about that? I'm dying to know how Jordan's story ties into the main plot.
I don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say that Jordan's storyline adds another layer of intrigue and suspense.
Okay.
The author cleverly weaves together these seemingly separate events, creating a sense of interconnectedness that keeps you guessing until the very end.
It sounds like the author is really skilled at building suspense and creating these nail-biting moments.
Definitely. And beyond the action and suspense, The excerpts also offer glimpses into the motivations of those behind the attack.
Hmm.
It becomes clear that their actions are driven by a deep-seated hatred and a desire to strike fear into the heart of the community.
It's disturbing to think about the kind of ideology that could fuel such violence.
Yeah.
Do the excerpts reveal anything about the group's specific goals or beliefs?
They do offer some insights.
Okay.
The group led by Plummer seems to target individuals and institutions that represent everything they despise.
Uh-huh.
Their attacks aren't random acts of violence. They're calculated strikes meant to send a chilling message.
It makes you wonder how people become so radicalized. What kind of experiences or beliefs lead them to embrace such extreme views?
That's a question the novel explores in a nuanced way.
Okay.
The excerpts hint at the complex factors that contribute to extremism.
Like what?
Social isolation, economic hardship, a sense of being marginalized or unheard.
Right.
It's not a simple black and white issue.
It sounds like the author is trying to shed light on the human side of this issue, showing that there's often more to the story than meets the eye.
Exactly. The excerpts avoid simplistic portrayals.
Yeah.
Instead, they invite us to consider the motivations, fears, and grievances that might drive someone to such extremes. It's a thought-provoking approach that adds depth and complexity to the narrative.
And amidst all the darkness and violence, there are also moments of incredible human connection and compassion.
Right.
We see families coming together to support each other, officers risking their lives to protect civilians, and even strangers offering help to those in need.
These acts of kindness and courage offer a glimmer of hope in the midst of a seemingly hopeless situation.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in the darkest of times, humanity can shine through.
And then there's Miles.
Okay.
It sounds like he plays a crucial role in all of this.
Yeah.
Do the excerpts reveal anything more about his connection to Simone or his motivations for getting involved?
Well, let's just say that Miles is a complex and enigmatic character.
Okay.
His actions are often unpredictable, and it's hard to tell whether he's driven by altruism or self-interest. His relationship with Simone is particularly intriguing.
In what way?
There's a shared history between them, a sense of unfinished business that adds another layer of tension to the story.
It sounds like Miles is the kind of character who keeps you guessing.
Yeah.
You're never quite sure what he's going to do next or what his true intentions are.
Exactly. He's a wild card, a force of nature that disrupts the status quo.
Interesting.
The excerpts hint at a past connection to the police force,
Oh, really?
a past that might hold the key to understanding his present actions.
I'm starting to feel like this novel is more than just a suspenseful thriller.
Right.
It's also a character-driven drama that delves into the complexities of human relationships and the choices people make when faced with extraordinary circumstances.
You're right. It's a story that explores the depths of human nature, the motivations that drive us, the sacrifices we're willing to make, and the consequences of our actions.
So the dust settles, the immediate threat is contained, but what happens next?
Yeah.
Do the excerpts give us a glimpse into the aftermath of such a harrowing experience?
They do, and it's not a simple return to normalcy. We see the police station being rebuilt, officers struggling to cope with the trauma of what they witnessed, and a community grappling with a sense of unease and uncertainty.
Right.
The attack might be over, but the scars run deep.
It's like a wound that's healed on the surface, but underneath there's still pain and vulnerability.
Yeah.
Does the characters find a way to move forward to heal from such a traumatic event?
Some characters find solace in routine,
Hmm.
throwing themselves back into their work. Others, like Ellie, struggle with flashbacks and anxieties, the echoes of the attack haunting their waking moments. The excerpts show us there's no one-size-fits-all approach to healing.
Right.
Each character navigates their trauma in their own way.
It sounds like the author doesn't shy away from portraying the long-lasting impact of such an event.
Not at all.
Hmm.
In fact, as the characters try to rebuild their lives, the excerpts introduce new layers of mystery.
Now, really?
There are hints of corruption within the police force that extend far beyond Atwood's involvement. It's like the attack was just the tip of the iceberg, a symptom of a deeper rot within the system.
It's unsettling to think that even those sworn to protect and serve might be compromised.
Yeah,
Does the novel explore those hints further?
it does, but it leaves you with more questions than answers.
Okay.
And then there's the subplot of the unsolved murders of Bird and Weston. Remember them?
Yes, those were mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I was wondering when they would tie back into the main plot.
Well, it seems someone is taking the law into their own hands, targeting individuals who have escaped justice through legal loopholes.
Oh, wow.
Bird and Weston were both criminals who managed to avoid conviction, and now they're turning up dead.
That raises all sorts of questions about vigilante justice. Is this a coincidence, or is someone enacting a twisted form of revenge?
The excerpts leave it deliberately ambiguous, prompting you to consider the moral implications of such actions.
Right.
Is it ever right to bypass the legal system even when it fails to deliver justice?
Mm.
It's a gray area, and the novel doesn't provide easy answers.
And throughout all this, Simone and Jordan, as women in positions of authority,
Yeah.
must navigate the challenges of a system that doesn't always value their perspectives.
Yes. The excerpts highlight the subtle and not so subtle ways in which they're underestimated, their authority challenged.
Right.
It adds another layer of complexity to their stories as they fight for justice both within the system and within their own ranks.
And Miles, the enigmatic wild card?
Right.
Does the novel shed any more light on his motives?
We get glimpses, but his true intentions remain shrouded in mystery.
Okay.
It's clear he has his own agenda, his own reasons for involving himself in the investigation.
Uh-huh.
But whether those reasons are noble or self-serving, well, that's a question for you to unravel when you read the book.
So we're left with a sense of unease, of lingering questions and unresolved conflicts.
Yeah.
What is the takeaway for our listener who's now undoubtedly intrigued?
I'd say this novel offers a thought-provoking exploration of our times. It delves into the dark undercurrents of extremism, the complexities of the justice system, and the challenges faced by those who strive to make a difference.
Yeah.
It's a story that will grip you with suspense, challenge your perspectives, and leave you pondering long after you've finished reading.
If you're looking for a book that's more than just a thrilling escape that tackles real-world issues in a nuanced and compelling way, then this one is definitely worth a read.
And if you enjoy characters that are flawed, yet relatable, who make you question your own beliefs, then you'll find yourself drawn into this world, eager to uncover its secrets.
So there you have it, a deep dive into a world of suspense, intrigue, and moral dilemmas. We hope this has piqued your curiosity and made you eager to explore this story further.
Happy reading.
Happy reading.